Dear children, let us discuss one very important the concept related to the geometric progression. So that is what we call it as geometric mean. Geometric mean. Geometric mean. This is simply taken as GM. So GM is nothing but geometric mean in the same sense of arithmetic mean. What arithmetic mean is denoted by AM. Similarly, the geometric mean is denoted by GM. Now let us understand what is the geometric mean. Okay, look at this. Like I am considering the two numbers here. Suppose A and B are the two terms. If I introduce a number, let it be G. These three numbers together forms a geometric progression. Look at me. Let A and B are any two number. Here I am introducing the term G. Then A comma G comma B are in geometric progression. Then this capital G is called as geometric mean between A and B. Okay. How the things goes here? Look at me. Let small letter A, capital G, small b are in GP. Are in GP. Then here, what is the middle term? The middle term is G. Then G is called. Geometric mean. Geometric mean. Between what? So geometric mean between the two numbers. What are the two numbers here? Between A and B. Look at my concepts here. So first let us, all these three numbers together belongs to geometric progression. Then the capital G, the between number, the capital G is called as geometric mean between A and B. Therefore the geometric mean G is simply given by square root of A into B. The geometric mean of the two numbers is given by square root of the product of the two numbers. Square root of the product of the two numbers. So or we can simply say that by squaring it, what happens here? G square is equal to AB. Okay, got my point. So therefore the geometric mean between the two numbers A and B is given by G is equal to square root of AB. That means square root of product of the two numbers. Then what is the formula to find out the geometric mean between the three numbers? Let it be A comma B comma C. When A comma B comma C are the three numbers, geometric mean between the three numbers is given by cube root of the product. If it is four number A, B, C, D, the geometric mean is given by fourth root of product of this number A, B, C, D, like this. So since we have only two numbers, the geometric mean between the two numbers is given by G is equal to square root of AB, or nothing but G square is equal to AB. Now dear students, let us discuss very important problems related to this geometric mean. Let us know that. Okay. Now the question is, what's the question, sir, here? The question is insert. Look at the question. Very beautiful question. Very beautiful. Easily understandable. Very beautiful from the point of examination view. What is this question, sir? Insert. Insert two numbers between 3 and 81. Insert two numbers between 3 and 81 so that resulting sequence is a GP. So that resulting sequence is GB. Look at the question. Very beautiful question. When we are going to introduce or insert some number between the numbers and the resulting sequence is a geometric progression, then the inserting numbers must always be a geometric mean. Okay, now how many numbers that we have to introduce here? We have to introduce two numbers. Let the two numbers can be taken as G1 and G2. Since capital G is the geometric mean, here we have the two geometric mean. Let the first geometric mean is taken as G1, second geometric mean is taken as G2. Let G1 and G2, look at the question, solution. Let G1 and G2 are the two numbers. Let G1 and G2 are the two numbers between 3 and 81. Therefore, here the first number is 3, next number is G1, next number is G2, and the last number is 81. Between 3 and 81, we have G1 and G2. Therefore, 3 comma G1 comma G2 comma 81 are in GP. Got my point? Very, very important for 3 marks question. Are in GP. Now here totally we have 4 terms here. We have to find out the common ratio. First term we know that, last term we know that, we don't know the common ratio. First let us find out the common ratio. How can you find out? That Tn is equal to A into R power n minus 1. What is Tn? That is 81 is equal to A is what? 3 into R. Let me have to find out R power n minus 1. Nothing but we have total 4 term, 4 minus 1. Now 81 divided by 3, that is equal to R power 3. What is 81 by 3? So 81 by 3 is 27. 27 is equal to R cube. Therefore 27 can be taken as 3 cube, that is equal to R cube. Therefore the common ratio R is equal to 3. Okay, now it's enough. Now what are the two terms here? The two terms are G1 and G2. Now let the two numbers are, therefore two numbers are what are that? G1. That G1 is the second term. Look here. The first term is A, second term AR, third term AR square. Got my point? It is A, it is G1. Sorry, that G1 is the second term. This is AR square. Therefore G1 is given by A into R. That is equal to A is what? 3 into R is 3. That is equal to 9. Second number is G2. That G2 is given by A R square. That is equal to A is 3 into R square, nothing but 3 square. What is 3 square? 9. That is equal to 27. That's my point. Therefore, we can conclude that required GP is, therefore required GP is, look at my question. Required GP is, what is the first number? 3. What is G1? We found that 9. What is G2? 27. What is the last number? 81. This is the way. Got my point? So we'll go with another thing. So insert 3 numbers. Insert how many number? 3 numbers. Insert 3 numbers between 1 and 256. Between 1 and 256. So that resulting sequence is a GP is the question. When we are inserting some numbers between any numbers and the resulting sequence is a GP, the inserting numbers must be a geometric mean. How can we do this one? We have to take the 3 numbers here. Look at me. Let G1, G2 and G3. We have to introduce are the 3 numbers, not 2 numbers, are the 3 numbers between 1 and 256. 1 and 256. Got my point? Now look here, what are the 3 numbers here? So here, what the first number is what? First number is 1. Last number is 256. Between we have G1, G2, G3. Therefore, 1 comma G1 comma G2. This is G1 comma G2 comma G3 and the last number is 256 are in GP. Okay, now here we have the first term and the last term. We need to find out the common ratio, that is R. Therefore put Tn is equal to what here? Tn is 256. Tn is 256 is equal to A. A is 1 into R power n minus 1. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 minus 1, that is 4. So that becomes 256 is equal to R power 4. How can you write 256 as a power 4? We can write it as 4 power 4. So 4 power 4 is equal to R power 4. Therefore R is equal to 4. Now we have to find out the three numbers here. The three numbers are, what are the three numbers? Look at me. The three numbers are G1, G2 and G3. Look at me. So here the first term A, second term AR. This term is AR square. This term is AR cube. Therefore G1 is there. G1 is AR. A is what? 1 into R is what? 4. That is equal to 4. G2 is AR square. Look at me. That is equal to 1 into R is nothing but 4. 4 square is 16. That is equal to 16. So we need to find out G3. So G3 is equal to A R cube. That's my point. A is 1. R is 4. 4 cube is 64. The answer is 64 here. Therefore required GP is, what are the GP terms here? The first term is 1. Second term is 4. Third term is 16. Fourth term is 64. And the last term is 256. This is what? Very important from the examination point of view. Got my point? We'll go and discuss few more problems related to this. Okay, here we have something we have to do like this. So R power 4, 4 power 4 is equal to R power 4. R we can do like this. 256 is equal to R power 4. Therefore R is equal to 4th root of 256. Right? So nothing but plus or minus 4 R value. How it is plus or minus 4? I can explain here. This 256 can be written as 4 power 4 or minus 4 power 4. Therefore 256 can be written as 4 power 4 or minus 4 power 4. I can write. Therefore this 256 can be written as 4 power 4 or minus 4 power 4 is equal to R power 4. Therefore the value of R is either 4 or minus 4. R is equal to 4 or R is equal to minus 4. We have the two cases. So three numbers are G1. So here when R is equal to plus 4, the three numbers are like that. So next one is when R is equal to minus 4. What happens here? We have the two cases. When R is equal to minus 4, three numbers are. Look at me. Three numbers are. The first one is G1, that is equal to AR. A is 1, R is minus 4, that is equal to minus 4. G2, that is equal to AR square, that is equal to 1 into R is minus 4. When R is equal to minus 4, minus 4 square is 16, that is equal to 16. The next number is G3, that is equal to AR cube, that is equal to A is 1 into R cube. Minus 4 cube is nothing but minus 64, that is equal to minus 64. Therefore required GP here. Is required GP. GP means geometry progression. What is the first number? 1. The second number is what? Minus 4. Third number is 16. Fourth number is minus 64. And the last number is what? 256. This is what the solution. Got my point? So we'll go and do some problems, very important problems related to this. Okay, got my point? Okay, dear children, we'll go and do some problems related to this. Look at the next question. What's the next question here? The next question is, if AM and GM, if AM and GM of two positive numbers two positive numbers. What are the two positive numbers? A and B are 10 and 8 respectively. 10 and 8 respectively. 10 and 8 respectively. Find the numbers. Find the numbers. Okay, it is a very beautiful question. Very beautiful question. Dear children, we have the two numbers here. What are the two numbers here? A and B. A and B are the two positive numbers. What they are given? They are given the arithmetic mean of two numbers and geometric mean of two numbers. What is the arithmetic mean of two numbers? Is 10. The geometric mean of two numbers is what? 8. They are given that AM and GM are two positive numbers. These two are 10 and 8. So now I am going to write, let AM, look at me, AM is equal to, what is AM? They are given 10. What is the AM formula? AM between two number A and B, that is given by A plus B by 2, that is equal to 10. Then we can write it as A plus B is equal to cross multiply 20. This is one equation. Got my point? Another one is they are given that GM. What is that? GM of the two number is 8. GM is given by square root of AB. As you know that is equal to 8. Squaring on it, what you will get? AB is equal to 64. Squaring on both sides, root get cancelled, here 8 square. Here we have A plus B is equal to 20 and we have AB is equal to 64. And to make the simultaneous equation, so we have a formula that we know that A minus B whole square is equal to A plus B whole square minus 4AB. If you simplify this, you will get A minus B whole square. Now let me know that. What is A plus B? A plus B is 20. 20 square is what? 400 minus 4AB. 4 into 64. Got my point? That is equal to 400 minus 4 into 64. 4 into 64, that is equal to 256. 256. Then this become 256. Then this become 144. So this is what? A minus B whole square. We want this one. That means A minus B, that is equal to plus or minus root 144. That's my point. Therefore, A minus B is equal to plus or minus 12. It means A minus B has two solutions. A minus B is plus 12 and A minus B is equal to minus 12. Now, we have to solve the simultaneous equation. So, A plus B is equal to 20 always. It is fixed. But here, A minus B once equals to plus 12, another time equals to minus 12. Let me solve those two things. Solving. Look at me. Solving. A plus B is equal to 21 equation. It is common. And A minus B is equal to either 12 or minus 12. So now I would like to take A minus B is equal to plus 12 at the first time. Okay, these two get cancelled. A plus A is 2A. That is equal to 20 plus 12 is 32. 2 16s are. So A is equal to 16. Got my point? So when A is equal to 16, we want to find out the value of B. So now consider the equation. What is the equation? Any one equation. A plus B is equal to 20. So A is equal to 16 plus B is equal to 20. Therefore B is equal to 20 minus 16. Therefore B is equal to what here? 4. So therefore when A is equal to 16, B is equal to 4 for the first equation. Now solving. Look at me. Solving another set of equation. What is that another set of equation? The first equation is A plus B is equal to 20. And remaining equation is what? A minus B is equal to minus 12. Look at that. Solving A plus B is equal to 20 is the first equation. Second equation is A minus B is equal to minus 12. Solve these two things. These two get cancelled. A plus A is equal to 2A. That is equal to 20 minus 12 is 8. Then 2 4s are A is equal to 4. Now we want to find out the value of B. Here look at me. Here look at me. So now consider any one of the equation. Let it be a plus b is equal to 20 or a minus b is equal to minus 12. You can pick any of the equation. So now what is the value of a? That is 4 plus b is equal to 20. So b is equal to 20 minus 4. Therefore b is equal to what? 16. Therefore we can write two numbers means a and b. Got my point? Two numbers are either 16 comma 4 or what? 4 comma 16. These two are the two numbers. This is what the process. Got my point? Right. So we discuss the last problem related to this concept, dear children. Okay. Shall I rub it? Go with the solution once again. Go with the solution. Okay. Okay, the question is, if the 4th, 10th and 15th term, look at the last question, if the 4th, 5th and, 10th and 15th, 10th and 15th terms of GP or XYZ, of GP or X comma Y and Z respectively, prove that XYZ are in GP. Prove that XYZ are in GP. Prove that X, Y, Z are in GP. This is the question. Now we have to write the given thing first. What is the given thing? Given thing is 4th term, 10th term and 15th term are X, Y and Z. So I can write 4th term is nothing but T4. So T4 is equal to X and T10 is equal to Y. And T15 is equal to what? Z here. So now T4 can be written as A RQ is equal to X. T10 is equal to A R power 9 is equal to Y. T15 is equal to A R power 14 is equal to Z. Got my point? This is what T4 is equal to X, T10 is equal to Y and T15 is equal to Z. They are given. Now to prove that X, Y, Z are in GP, we have to prove X, Y, Z are in GP. That means, look at me. When the terms are in GP, they should follow the geometric mean. That means when X, Y, Z are in GP, this Y is called as the geometric mean. Y is the geometric mean between X and Z. Geometric mean is given by square root of X into Z. That implies we have to prove that Y square is equal to XZ. We have to show that. For that we have to consider Y square. Now let us consider Y square. Now consider Y square. Look at me. Y square. What is Y? y is nothing but a r power 9 whole square. So this can be written as a square into r power 18, 9 2s are. So can be split in terms of x and z. So this is nothing but somewhat okay, ar cube okay. 15th term is ar power 14. 14 plus 3 17 it become. So maybe it is the 16th term. Sorry, this is the 16th term. Take the question. 16th term. So 16th term can be written as ar power what? 15. Now look at this. Okay, y square is equal to this one, a square of r power 18. Okay, this can be rewritten in terms of ar cube and in terms of ar 15. Look at that. This can be written as 1a and r cube here into 1a remaining here already r cube, remaining is r power 15. Look at me, ar cube. What is ar cube? X. ar power 15 is z. Therefore, y square is equal to xz. We have proven that y square is equal to xz or y is equal to root xz. That means x, y, z are in GP. Therefore, x comma y and z are in GP. This is the question. Got my point? Go with the solution once again. Go with the solution.